So, welcome back to Mama Cass Home Loving, y'all. I have me vintage find right here from my new friend Mima. I went to her house and collected anything she didn't want. Well, not she didn't want. She was cleaning out her house. Some things you still want to keep, but it's just too much. So you pass it on to someone else. She allowed me to take whatever I wanted, and these are some of the things I want to put on my eBay store. The only thing on the store from her house so far is a Coca-Cola from cooler, ice chest cooler from like I think the 50s or the 60s. So that's already on there. Some of these things here, I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. I don't know a whole lot about this stuff because I'm not from that time. So maybe you guys can tell me what you think it is. I can tell this is for squirting. You squeeze and it squirts oil into whatever you need. It's kind of like a grease gun, is what I would say, but it's in pretty good shape. I haven't squeezed it. I want to see if anything happens when I do. Ooh, did you guys see that? It did squirt. It works. So yes, I don't know what's in it, but it works. Awesome. Now, I don't know what I'd have to do to ship something like this. Probably open it up and dump everything out. Looks pretty easy enough to do. It's windy out here. I hope we don't have trouble recording today. It's a bit windy. But anyway, let's go on and see how we do. So the stool I'm sitting on, also a nice vintage fine metal stool. Nice sturdy through the years. You hear that? Still kicking. So y'all, we have this big thing over here. Now see, this is something you guys can tell me. What is this? How do you use it? Does the lid come off of it? What's its purpose? Because it sure is fancy, cool looking. I love this. But it is pretty heavy as well. So I don't even know what I would do if someone said ship this thing to me. There's always a way though. Alright, so let's move on to, we got these right here. What are these? You know what this is? What this looks like? Ambulance, fire truck. The family patriarch was I believe a volunteer fire department. I don't think that was his, unless it was his actual job. I did not ask that. I should have. But I take it he was big into these lights here because he had 3 of them. And I don't know if they work. I don't really have a way of testing it out. The end on it looks like this, so I don't know where you would plug that into. But yeah, I think this is so cool. Can you imagine if it still worked? Woo, woo, woo. Okay, that's my fire truck sound. We have a round one. Ooh, careful. Got a round one. This one says Trip Light. See. Yep. Model number, voltage, 12 DC. Just needs a good cleaning. But vintage, man. If not antique. Got this one here, but unfortunately it's broken. All the pieces for it are in, most of the pieces, if not all, are inside of there. Sad to say this one is broken. But still cool though. Just the front on it. Federal Signal Corporation. 14 light, model 14 light. Yep. So yeah, I plan on putting all of these on there when I can get the time to do so. This, I don't know if this is vintage or not. I don't know what it is. Of course, it's a matter of just taking the time to look it up. But I haven't done that, so obviously that's why I don't know what it is. Look, there's actually an opening in there. Like you could pour something in it. It'll be really funny when I find out what this is. And we got this cool looking tool here. Talk about old fashioned. Now we just use an electric drill. I don't know what you call it. So yeah, I just think it's pretty cool that, you know, she had all this stuff still. And you have these, I've got 2 boxes of these plastic houses. I can't imagine what it's for, except that it's seasonal for Christmas. And yeah, they're all here. I don't know what belonged in this spot though. They're both missing it. If I knew what it was for, it might help me figure it out, but don't know. Got a Butterball lunchbox. Pretty. Aside from just needing a good cleaning, it's in really good shape. I'm like, how old is this? We got a cake. Ooh, don't break. A footed cake plate by Anchor Hocking. And to my knowledge, it's still in one piece if I don't break it. There we go. Yeah. Yep. I'm assuming it's meant to be in 2 pieces. Ooh, I almost tripped it. 2 pieces. So I don't see anything showing it's not supposed to be. So this is how it would sit. I don't know. Kind of scary thinking of it not being glued on, but maybe that's how they used to do it. They finally said, oh, we better start gluing it on. They keep breaking it. But back in the day, I guess they did not think to do that. And then this old-fashioned lantern. Don't know if it takes oil or gas. Can you imagine how much cleaning it's going to take to bring this back? Whew. I think I like the old look better though, the dusty, dingy. Look, this actually comes out. Now I'm tempted to give it a good scrubbing. But some people like that old look, you know? Just don't wash it and make it look like it's been that way for centuries. Then we have this, which I can't imagine what you would put in there and pour out. Like, oh, maybe for an oil lamp, maybe? But it says the Master MFG company, manufacturing company. I can't read the rest. Yeah. Regular jar, the paper cut, the paper rubbed off. I mean, where can you find this stuff anymore? We've got this galvanized can with a bunch of tools. We got toolboxes filled with tools. Old tools, new tools, old junk, new junk. I'm like, that is just, check out the matches. Too bad it's not in better shape. Hunts. I'm like, but inside it's pretty beat up, it's fallen. I mean, it's no longer usable. So, yeah. And, oh, we have one more, well, actually 2 more things. But the Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola stand, it's a bit deteriorated here, but it's a base stand, weighs like 300 pounds, cast iron. Where are you gonna get something like this anymore? They don't make them like that no more. Oh, one of the cool finds was in here. It's some kind of a, I don't know, toy. It says John F. Kennedy, and it has his quote in there, ask not what your country can do for you. The whole thing is written on here. I've never seen one before. Looks like a quarter or a $1 coin. Pretty cool. Found that in there. Found these. I think these are pretty cool. I like these. I like how they turn. This is what I grew up with. Yeah. This one actually broke right there. Or unless it was made. No, I probably broke right there. Let me see. Manufacturer defect. And the last thing is this big whole chest right here. Not a whole lot of stuff I recognize as being old. Like, I have no idea what this is, except it measures something. And then you take this out. Got all these stuff I've never seen before. Look at this. We have electric stuff to do what these things used to do. But it's just cool, you know? It's like a little part of history right here. Like this. Like, what do you do? Shave it? Is this what you use to sand stuff down? Yep. Of course, some stuff is newer. The older stuff is pretty cool. Like, I don't know how new this is. Or what this is. Dunlap. We saw another one like this with the tool on the end of it. But yeah. That's it, y'all. That's what we got. Just had to show y'all my vintage finds. Thanks to Mima clearing out her place. I got more stuff to put out there for all the people who are looking for vintage stuff. So thanks for coming back and checking me out. I got more to show you guys, but it'll be next video. All right, see ya.